Sam, I know that you famous aviation blogger. Can I talk with you?
Sure. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Ksenia.
Nice meeting you, Ksenia.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Where you live?
I'm Chinese origin, Ksenia, as you can probably tell my face. I think I'm actually a global citizen. I was born in China. I lived in Hong Kong, in Australia, in US, and lately I've been living in Abu Dhabi. Now I just moved to Dubai. So I've been living in many different countries across the world so far.
Tell me, what's your favorite aviation company?
My favorite aviation company? Well, I have a lot, actually. I cannot single down to one because I have so many great flights. I will probably say I love Air France, I love Emirates, Etihad, Qatar, Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, United. I have so many because all of these airlines, over the years, I flew them over and over again. They gave me great pleasure, great memories. I love aviation. It's just something I really enjoy. So I don't have one single favorite airline, but there's so many favorite of mine, you know.
How you decide to do this work?
Oh, how do I decide? This is not a work for me. It's actually a hobby. It's my passion, you know.
Yeah.
I spend some of my happiest time in the air. That this is aviation and travel is my passion, is my life. That this is my holiday. I enjoy doing all this like a holiday, a big holiday experience of my life.
How often do you fly?
How often do I fly?
Yeah.
I fly about 100 times a year. So maybe about 3.6 average, 3 days, 4 days, I have a flight on average. But I tend to do it on the weekend. And I do it in blocks of flights. So some days I fly a few flights a day. And then maybe 1 week I don't have a flight. Then I fly a few more. So it's quite intensive sometimes. Actually, I fly a lot of different planes because I'm curious about it. I'm interested about different airlines, different types of airplanes, different level of service. I'm interested in the whole level of civil aviation, the commercial aviation.
How can afford you? Because you every time travel with first class and VIP lounges.
Yeah.
You have sponsor?
Well, I'll tell you, actually, I get this question a lot. Every day I receive some emails from my friends, followers, fans about the curiosity how I'm able to afford all this, okay? And I'm glad you asked. I have to say, I actually just like any other passenger, I pay for my flights. You know, I pay for my flights from my salary, from my savings. You know, it's not like I get a free flight from the airline. So, first of all, this is my hobby, and I don't mind spending a bit more money on my hobby, and I fund my flights from my own savings, from my own money. That I have a day job. I work in investment banking. I'm an analyst, and I work in investment banking. So I earn a considerable salary. Then I consume a large disposable part of income for funding my flying activity. You know, and sometimes I look out for promotions, deals. I use my frequent flyer miles. I look up promotion chances to get upgrades. So sometimes I look for cheaper options instead of flying direct from city A to city B. I fly a connection flight. I make a stop somewhere to be more interesting. So there's a combination of ways I found the cheaper way to flying. And I look out to a lot of promotions online, a lot of blogs, a lot of news that, you know, and I book my tickets in advance as well, so to get a better price. Talking about the sponsor part, I also do get some interest from airlines, from travel companies, that they are very interested, very motivated to sponsor me on a flight. I guess over time, I became a little bit more recognized in the work I do. I want to present aviation is fun, travel and aviation is really fun and passionate about it.
Do you remember your first flight, your feelings?
Yes, my first flight was when I was young. I was living in China. I was privileged. I flew a Chinese Air Force. I believe the plane was a big prop, a British-made Vickers Viscount in the Chinese Air Force. Then I flew a CAAC Trident, a British-made 3-engine Trident. Then I moved to Hong Kong. I made it to the West. I started to fly more on the Boeing 747. So those childhood years on those planes, you know, create a very large impact for me. I think it shapes up me. That's why I'm into aviation so much. It's from my childhood years that I was able to fly quite a lot, traveling around. My first 747 flight was on United Airlines when the 747-400 was brand new, maybe 25 years ago. And across the Pacific many times on the United 747-400. And the more you fly when you're younger, it shapes out later that the more I'm into this. And the more curious about flying I became. I love flying because it's something really different to what we do. And it's really romantic.
It's really nice. Sam, tell me please, what's your favorite moment in flight? Takeoff or maybe landing?
You know, I actually enjoy all the moments on the flight, to be honest. Takeoff is very special. It's, you know, you're airborne skyward. It's always exciting to take off. For a flight to happen, it has to take off, right? I would say I enjoy the climb, the takeoff. I enjoy those moments are special. That's, for example, when we ascend, climbing above the cloud into the clear sky. I enjoy those moments. I enjoy sunset, sunrise over the horizon. That kind of special moments. It's priceless, you know, it's memory, it's the moment you live in. You like to live in forever in that kind of moment because it's truly amazing.
Have you ever thought about become a pilot or a flight attendant? Or is that interesting?
I think I'm really unqualified to become a flight attendant. I'm spontaneous, but you know, I'm very moody as well. Sometimes I cannot be flight attendant because you know you have to be very disciplined and very kind. I prefer to become a passenger. I prefer to be a passenger to be taken care of by the flight attendants. A pilot, I also thought about that before, but I am not a very technical person. You know, my mathematics is not great, my physics is not great. I think that in the future, maybe I would try to become a PPL holder, a private pilot license holder, to fly a small plane. Maybe I can learn and see where I can go and how far I can progress in the flying. I don't think I ever going to become an airline pilot. You never know, but I may become a smaller pilot on a smaller planes just to try out.
You're the most interesting experience in traveling.
It's really hard to remember all that because I have so many interesting experiences. Can I say this? First, I'm interested in people. I'm interested in meeting foreign people, different cultures, like Russia, Africa, India, Middle East, Asia, America. I'm interested in everywhere. I'm interested in engaging with people and the diversity. And I'm also interested in art and creativity of people. So all my most interesting experience is talking with people to learn something new from a different culture. And it's all about engaging with people because that's the most important part, this relationship building. And if you make friends, your friends in different places, they will help you when you go to the country. They will give you access to different things. That's part of the thing I think I do well is because I try to make a lot of friends and friends helping other friends to make that relationship, to make that connection.
What your wife think about your hobby?
Okay. Yes, I do have a wife, by the way. My wife is very supportive. My wife is really, truly a loving person. She's very supportive of my hobby, and I owe her a lot because she's not into aviation as much as I do. So sometimes she also have a job that she cannot travel a lot with me. But, you know, she's very kind. She always gives me the freedom to travel, to meet with different people. You know, I am truly grateful because of her allowing me to become what I am.
The most money you ever pay for your flight?
When Singapore Airlines inaugurated the world's first A380 in 2007 from Singapore to Sydney, I paid a couple $1,000 on the first class A380 flight, and it was a very special occasion. It was the first A380 in the world.
Sam, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.